Welcome to Christ Church News, our 20th episode, which is kind of like a victory. I kind of feel like taking a victory lap after 20 episodes. And that's kind of why I'm standing here in this area with our almost like a finishing line hanging above us. Those are, of course, our Lenten prayer ribbons, our Lenten gratitude prayer ribbons, which are about to come down after this Sunday, after the Sundays of Easter are over. But I've got my mind on something else this week. Oddly enough, it's on mysticism. Now, I don't know if anybody would describe me as being a mystic. I don't believe anybody would. I don't move slowly enough, either around the office or around the church, for people to say that I'm a bit of a mystic. But mysticism is on my mind this week because of the Kentucky Derby and another finish line that we had last week, a very close finish, as I'm led to believe, by a nose. Mystic Dan was the horse that won by a nose, and I know that horses get kind of odd names, but this one seems particularly odd to me. Mystic Dan. Now, I'm led to believe that one of the owner's dad's name is Dan, and he was also the creator of Mystic Tape, which of course got me doing some research. Mysticism is not about going fast, it's about slowing down. So a very fast horse called Mystic Dan is very ironic. Of course, until you go into what Mystic Tape makes, and they are all about making things that are fastened and hold things in place, which kind of gave me a new thought on the whole idea. Mysticism is all about contemplation. It's all about contemplation, and contemplation is all about slowing down, looking at something thoroughly and slowly in order to draw closer to God, to deepen one's relationship with God. And there have been people throughout all religions who have been described as mystics because that's what they did. They slowed down, they took their time, they looked at something thoroughly. We might say they studied something thoroughly, and in so doing, they grew closer to God. And then they share their insights with us, how they did so, what they did in slowing down, and what they learned more about God, which they then share with us. There's a great African proverb which says, if you want to go fast, go alone. If you want to go far, go together. Now, of course, going together probably means you're going to be slowed down, but it also means that you're going to go much further as well. A nice description of mysticism and contemplation. And so this week, as we contemplate horse racing and mysticism all together, as we contemplate the finish line of the Ascension of our Lord coming up this week and the Sundays of Easter coming to a finish as well, I would like to invite you to come and be with us and to slow down. Be that on Sunday mornings at 8 or 10 a.m., be that on Wednesdays at 12 noon, or be that at Thursdays for our morning prayer at 11 a.m. Come and slow down with us. It is in the slowing down that we will draw closer together and closer to God. It is in the slowing down that we will go together and hence go farther as well. There's a wonderful Chinese proverb which says, "Be not afraid of going slowly, be afraid of standing still." We don't slam on the brakes here at Christ Church, but we do take the time to slow down, at least once a week, if not more than once a week, to slow down, to contemplate, and to grow closer to God. I simply invite you this week to come, to be with us, to slow down, to grow closer together, and to go closer to our God. I'll see you next week.
Let your soul and spirit fly into the mystic. And where that foghorn blows, I will be coming home.